go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
It's your man. It's your man. I make mad beats live from outer space. It's your man. I make mad beats live from outer space. Outer space presenting Type Beat. Introducing your man. I make mad beats. I don't know. I'm checking through a variety of ways to do this. Hello, people. How you doing? We got a new episode of Type Beat today, a producer podcast, live from outer space, an unapologetic studio, man. We got some cool topics on hand for today. We got me and my man LJ. He's hiding behind this mic stand, Jack. You know what I'm saying? My man LJ is here. Actually, who's here? My bad.
LJ1S, what's good, people?
For sure, for sure. And behind me on the types, we got
Sheena.
we got Sheena in the house, in the building. Yeah. So what's the topics, family?
Man, so we're talking about AI today.
Mhm.
We're talking about pivotal moments throughout just music history, music careers, when it comes to technology and how much that has shifted. We're talking about the art of performing as a producer and, you know, as an artist in general. And I think are we going to tag the other one? Songs or beats, like just samples? Nope, no drums.
Yeah, I got an interesting take on that, man. You know what I'm saying? I got something
Man,
for you.
but
Yeah, man. So let's. Which one do you want to go through first? Man?
I think we jump with the performing one first.
Okay, so this is a question that you know, for those who listen, those who eventually watch, and those watching now, if you're a producer, right? Do you perform, right? And if you perform, how do you perform? Like what technique do you use? Do you use a beat machine or you use a laptop? Like what's your, and if you know, however you perform, like what are you actually performing?
Right,
What are you actually doing versus just playing music? Like, what's that look like to you? LJ, I know you got some interesting opinions on that, man.
Yeah. I know when I come to a performance or come to a show, especially if I'm paying for it, like I'm invested in, you know, what you're going to do that's going to bring your show to life, so to speak. But well, it was maybe a little bit over a year ago. The Pierre Bourne came out here. And he had a show at not High Tone, Growlers. He had a show at Growlers, and so just for the record, I've never just like listened to, or I'm not like a Pierre Bourne like fan, so I never just went searching for his style or anything like that. But I was like, all right, let's see what's up. So I get there, I'm expecting at least a show, but I'm learning, and it's maybe because a nigga getting older, I guess, that performing, it has changed a lot. Because when I got there, and it was a nice crowd, but all he did was basically play a playlist, like on some DJ type shit, I'm guessing. But I've even seen DJs perform more than I seen him perform that night. Like, it was legit, seemed like he just had a playlist on his laptop and just hit play.
So hold on, was he like behind the laptop?
Yeah, he was up there behind, like, he'll shout out something every now and again or whatever, but
was he playing like full songs? Was he doing?
yeah, it was just songs that's on like his projects and stuff like that. Now, of course, because of the venue, I wasn't expecting him to bring like every artist out that he got or anything like that. But I believe he raps as well, so he was playing his own stuff. But like, there was no performance. But like I said, this could just be on some. I'm getting older, because everyone there, they was fucking with it. They was live.
Hey, yo, you know what? I feel like that's a discussion. We're not gonna talk about that today.
Yeah.
But there's a discussion there, right? Which is like, where is the line of I'm getting older and like, nah, something is wrong. Some things are, nah, it's just a new wave, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then some things are like, nah, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Like finding that line. Like, cause think about it. When you're 25, you think everything you think is gospel, right? When you turn 30, all of a sudden you start to doubt it because
Like,
you feel like, I don't know, it might be because I'm 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so what is that line? And anyway, we'll come back to that another
Because
time.
I was definitely like, I'm looking around. I'm at Growlers. C-Mage was there.
Yeah.
So I'm looking around like, damn, like they really turned up. They was hyped off of this. He was just playing songs. Like, there was no, and it wasn't even like there were new exclusive songs or anything. These songs have already been out on mixtapes, different projects and everything like that.
I mean, so let me ask you this. So like, define in your mind, define what is a performance, a producer's performance. Like, what is that?
For me, and this is just not even just a producer, this is just performing in general. Like, I shouldn't be able to like do your performance at my crib, bro. Like if I just wanted to listen to, and this how I felt even with verses, you know, like when they was doing the verses, at some point it got to like they were just playing songs.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I can, if I just want to listen to y'all albums and stuff, like I can just do that on my own. You know, put the headphones in or whatever. I can do that wherever I'm at. Type. So I'm definitely invested in thinking like more so. Of course, it costs you got to invest in yourself. But even if you ain't got the bag like that, like some type of lighting difference, strobe lights, something, some images on the projected. But I think the ultimate performance is just make it a moment. Make it a moment. Like I shouldn't be there and walk out like, man, I could have did this at the crib. Yeah. You know, if this is your show, this is a concert. This, I'm expecting.
So let me ask you this, okay? Because like there's a way of looking at shows and the success of a show based off of like what happens,
right?
Showmanship,
right?
But what if? And I'm literally just playing devil's advocate. You know how I feel about shows.
Yeah.
But what if the value of a show? Because you said the people there, they were eating it up, right? They was in it. But they were, you know what I mean? They was
yeah.
Right? All right, so like, what if just the mere existence of him being there fulfilled their quota of showmanship, right? He's here. I'm trying to, he is here with us. Show, amazing. Like,
that's.
Do you feel like? Okay, let me ask you. Do you feel like that's a differing or a difference thing, or do you feel like the bar has just been lowered to where it just they can just show up and it's just?
I definitely feel the bar has been lowered because it's one thing you just being here, and like we're able to interact with you, but you just standing up there. It's like. I know for me, like I'm fans of a lot of people, but even if I'm at a Kanye show, bro, I don't want to be at your show and you just standing there, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, not on some like puppet dance, but it's just like if I'm going to invest my time, my money, my energy into this, I expect or looking forward to an actual show versus you just being here. Because you being here does me no good if I can't at least have a conversation with you. You know.
A part of me, again, like I want to stress, like, anybody who knows us, you know how we do, you know how much we stress showmanship, making it an experience, right? But like, let me just look at it like this, right? If a lawyer wins the case, was he or she a good lawyer? Right? Meaning like, if the audience enjoyed it. Does that not automatically make it a good show?
I mean, but that's why I say it could be just because of a nigga getting older. I'm like, because they was like, they was hype. Like, to me, it was like the equivalent of a kickback or whatever. But I'm like, I'm not about to pay some, that's what I'm saying, for this to be a show.
Kickbacks for the grown and sexy, bro.
It was like I said, it's, now it's all about the vibes or whatever. So that could be it for that generation. But I know for me, I was like, bro, I'm not feeling this. But I also could say C Major, he was enjoying it, but he's more of a fan of him than I am. So that could have played a part as well.
Okay. So there's a factor to plug in there, which is just simply that one may have a lower bar or threshold because they might just simply be more enamored by somebody actually being in the same vicinity.
It could be. It could be. Because I also think about some years back when I went to A3C and Illmind, I think S1, they were up there and they were just playing their beats, but they were playing like new beats, unreleased stuff. It was just stuff I haven't heard, and they were still having you can see the competitive nature up there. Them talking shit back and forth to each other.
Yeah, I mean, I think like a beat showcase is dramatic.
Yeah, it is, but it's just like on some. Do something, bro. Like, all you doing is hitting spacebar, and you just up there, like.
Okay, so let's leave Pierre Bourne and let's go to you, right?
Yeah.
So let's go to us. Let's go to like the actuality of performance, right?
Right.
If we seen an LJ1S show, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean for you as a performer? Like, what do you like? All right, bet. What are you about to do?
especially now with the machine. I'm going to learn the equipment to a place where I can actually perform, trigger something, use some different type of lighting.
Yeah.
I'm just it's more. It could be more conversations, more of a theme behind it. It's definitely now it's definitely going to be a theme behind it.
Yeah.
Just like I said, make it a moment
Sure.
versus just press and play. And that's just me personally. I don't feel like me being up there just press and play is good enough for. If you actually paid to come out and see me, I feel like you deserve more than me giving you something that you could have did at your house.
Right.
Or on the drive here, or whatever the case may be. So yeah.
Real quick, let me shout out Fox Ferocious in the chat. He says he spelled Sheena 8 different ways. He said, "What up, Sheena?" He said super facts about 25 and 30.
Man.
Electronic DJs do just stand there most of the time because the crowd going knows what to expect, I think. And that he still wants to go to an ill mindset. Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. When I performed, like even just now, like so we just did a set at A3C in Atlanta, and it's so funny watching. I do agree, man. I think the showmanship bar is at an all-time low.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's my opinion. I think that's just the truth because I've done enough shows.
Right.
To where and not even enough shows. I've done enough shows over time, so I haven't done many. Like the I Make Mad Beats performing on his own era is actually the smallest era of my career. Like back in the early 1400s, I was doing shows with Midas. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been doing this for a while.
Right.
I do know this is like when we first started performing, like everybody understood showmanship. And it's funny, I just did a tweet about this, but like also nobody was thinking or nobody was trying to look like they didn't care. Right?
Bro.
Like in that time, like everybody was trying to look like they was giving it their all, that they were leaving it all on the court.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely different now.
And like now rappers, it's almost like you got to be up there like I don't even care. I'm just up here just for a moment. My swag is so heavy, bro, that I don't even want to. I got really just here just to do the show
crazy
to be out because I got to finish counting my money.
Man.
That's really the mindset. You know what I'm saying? And so, because of that alone lowers the bar of performance across the board. Like it just like your people are performing to look like they didn't give much intention behind it.
Yeah, which is.
And so when you give any intention, you just immediately stand out. Like,
I mean, but that also goes back to like you were saying, just about the music industry in itself.
Yeah.
People like the bar is so low to where like I can do the bare minimum of my standard and still kill. Like, which is it's kind of trash, but like, and that's what I'm saying. Me growing up or whatever, just watching the people that I were into, they wanted you to know that they put some time into it.
That's it.
They wanted you to see like it was worth something to be like, yo,
absolutely.
I spent hours, days, weeks preparing for this show. Like I couldn't imagine a Beyonce show and she be up there looking like she just up there.
Yeah,
like,
that's
crazy,
a couple songs
bro.
I thought of. Y'all follow me. You know what I'm saying?
like
no. Beyonce shows be looking like they thought of each show for 4 years.
Each element. You
know what I'm saying? Like, exactly.
Yeah, it was some importance to that. Like and for me, I know shows that were to that standard as a fan, as someone that's buying, it made it feel like, okay, I didn't waste my time, I didn't waste my money. I actually enjoyed this.
Yeah.
But
people enjoy when somebody walk into your house, right? And you say, yo, I know you like orange juice with whatever, blah, right? You immediately feel good about being because you feel like somebody thought about you. Somebody put some effort into you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus you just popped up and it just, I only have a chair out for you, my nigga. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
But I think like that's definitely on some generational thing because the current like they made it cool to do shows like this. Like I think like my generation and older, if Kanye came out, and I keep using Kanye, but if Kanye came out and did a show and like he really didn't put an effort in it, I feel like that crowd would boo that nigga. Like, bro, Drake got booed. Like, like you're not against being booed, but like it seems the younger generation, they're cool with it's a vibe. It's, you know, I don't know.
Well, I also feel like, I don't know. I also feel like there's less booing going on. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's less, like, I don't know. I feel like now, like you can literally just go up there and say, yeah, and be on beat, and that's that you will meet the requirements.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's less booing going on. Whereas it's like, at some point, like now it's like you got to be able to rap. Years ago, it was like you had to be great at it. Like you had to, like being able to do it wasn't enough.
Nah,
like,
yeah.
You know
That
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
even enough to get you in the door.
Nah,
Like,
you know what I'm saying? To get a show,
Yeah,
you had to be beyond intermediate. Like,
yeah.
you know, now and hold on, and I don't think that that's necessarily all bad, right? Because I think what has happened is shows have become parties, right?
Okay.
And so it's less about like, hey, listen to my soliloquy of lyrics, and less about like, and more about like a house party where there's somebody on the mic just getting everybody live. You know what I'm saying?
That could be it.
And that's what feels like it's happened, is that it's less of a everybody focused on the stage and more about the vibe.
The vibe.
Right? And everybody's feeling good and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? That might be an attention span thing, right? Can people even look at somebody on the stage for more than 8 minutes now without like trying to do something else?
That's tough. That's tough. But that's what I'm saying, because A3C, Knife Wonder, he was shout out to Knife, like, bro's amazing. But yeah, A3C, he was doing a DJ set, and he was more interactive than this show that I'm talking about, the Pierre Bourne show. Like, he was actually talking to the crowd, like really hyping it up, and that was meant for, it was the vibe. It was meant for you to dance and just enjoy the time, enjoy the moment. Pierre Bourne, like, it was just, like I said, he said a word probably like every 4 songs. And get a, hey, you know, something like that, little ad lib here and there, and they going crazy. And I'm like, I'm looking like, bro, I don't know. I guess it also matters, like, who you come to the show with.
Yeah.
So that could be a thing. It could be meant for, if you're with the right people, it could be meant just on some, it's a vibe, I'm enjoying our time versus the show itself.
Yeah.
It's just wild to me that this is where we're at.
Yeah. I mean, it's you know, the thing I love about music now, though, is just that, like, that's where we at, but then we also at Benny.
Right.
And we also at Flying Lotus. And we also
true.
and that's the thing, is like, I think the thing now is just that, like, it's kind of hard to say where we at, because the stage is being shared by so many different
So you think
audiences.
it's just expanded?
Yeah, and I think given what is happening in mainstream, certain niches get more visibility.
Yeah.
But all of these niches are still performing. Like let me be clear. There are artists me and you have never heard about.
Yeah.
And will never even play their song, that are gonna sell out a venue here.
Yeah.
Right? And for them, that's what they on. Like, whatever they doing, that's what it is right now. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So I'm saying, like, so we can have Pierre Bourne sitting up there and doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? And then the next show is Corey Henry. This man's playing 18 instruments, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people are just as, if not more, excited about it, you know what I'm saying? So
It could be that, because I'm just more of a fan of, like I said, the showmanship, the actual making it an experience, you know. Especially if I'm paying for it. I'm not paying for a show for me to make the show an experience. Like, yeah, bro. I'm coming to not support because you're one of my favorites or I like what you do, but I'm also like, because I'm a creative, I'm also studying. So that could just be that. It could be part of it.
That's one reason why I always remember to kind of like respect my opinion. Yeah. But like also don't respect it too much.
Because it's not law.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Every time I think about my position and the industry / ecosystem of fandom, I remind myself, I was the 19-year-old in the club studying how kicks sounded.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I'm not.
You're right.
In
You're
some
right.
ways, you can't even count me, bro. Like,
You're
you know
right.
what I'm saying? I was not dancing. I was not enjoying. I
Yeah.
was sitting there like, why does this beat kick smack harder?
Right.
Than this?
Yeah.
Like,
So okay.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm a student, like, and I'm always gonna be at least half student.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so the people we're talking about, they're like 0.3% student.
No,
Like,
yeah, you're
you know
right.
what
So
I'm saying?
that could be it.
Yeah,
that
you
that
know,
definitely
they're
that
just-
definitely plays a part.
Yeah.
That
And so
definitely
I
plays a
always
part.
have to move myself to the side and know, like, all right, like,
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
gonna look at this differently.
Yeah, cause I definitely be. I'm not gonna lie. I be judging niggas like, what? Just nah, bro. Y'all hyped off of this? Nah, bro. And I think so. That's a slight segue. How do you feel about like artists, rappers, more so, rapping over their vocals?
All right, let's do it, man. I've been dodging this topic, bro. It's only you bringing it up that's gonna make me talk about this, bro. Cause I haven't. I be seeing people talk about social media. I'll be like, you know, let me get back to making the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. Okay, so I think I've been through a handful of stages how I felt about this. Let me just say this first and foremost. Like, I've never been a fan of it, right? I've never been. I mean, like, I have at times been neutral about it,
Right.
right? Like, okay, cool, you know. But I've never seen somebody do that and been like, yo, they killed the show. Like,
Yeah.
I've never done that. You know what I'm saying? I've thought, okay, that was cool. But I've never become a fan of somebody
Right.
watching them perform over their own vocals. And that's the thing is, like, some of them perform over their own vocals. Most of them just be lip syncing.
Exactly.
Most of them
I would
literally
agree.
try to fool you as if they,
Yep.
and they'd be like, bro, come on, man.
Yep.
You know
The
what I'm
ones
saying?
that know, like.
Yeah, like, bro, we know. Because when the song go up and you be like, yeah, that's a whole different sounding voice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who you going
Facts.
for, bro?
Yeah, man.
So, but I'll say this, man. Like, you know, you know, for people who've been watching Type Beat, you know this, man. Like, in almost every discussion, I'm gonna say this sentence, bro. It's levels to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's levels to this, and I realized, like, you know, I don't. If you're placing value in live performance, you don't do that, right? And the artists I love, without hearing from me, already placed value in live performance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it feels like one of those things where it's just like something to be annoyed at, but don't really affect me,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Because like my kind of taste is artists who respect and love real performance.
Right.
Right. And so the kind of people who are doing, like I said, there's levels to this. The kind of people who are doing that, like what they're doing is sufficing for their crowd.
Right.
Right? So for their crowd, they don't miss you just playing the instrumental and doing it. They just about the vibe. They about the party. They about the turn up. They just about you getting lit, just being live. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm looking to hear your soul on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And all the artists I love,
Yep.
they want to show their soul
Yeah.
on stage.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it feels like one of those joints where it's like, you know, one of those political arguments where it's like, well, you know, these people shouldn't be allowed to do that. And I'll never come across these
Nah, yeah,
people.
yeah,
They're not
right,
in my
right,
life.
right.
Like, why do I even have an opinion on this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I respect that.
you know.
I agree. There's definitely levels, and honestly I feel like at the lowest level you should want to showcase what you can do. But I remember on some local shit, I was part of this show. I won't speak on the show, but I was part of the show, and bro, first off, one dude was rapping over his vocals, but his timing was so off where it sounded like he sounded like a delay to his own song. And I was like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, what are we? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, cause that's my thing. If you're going to do it, like perfect it, put some time into know. I'd rather you lip sync in that case, but like I can't even catch the vibe of the song because
I thought you know what, I just realized something.
What?
I ain't gonna say it. We gonna say it after the show.
All right, bet.
Y'all not ready for what I was about to say. We gonna talk about it after the show. Go ahead, my guy.
Yeah, I would rather in that case I would rather you lip sync because like now not only I'm irritated at the fact that you are rapping over your vocals, but I'm more irritated at the fact that now I can't even understand what the song is about, what you're saying because your timing is so off. Another situation I had, this homie was rapping over his vocals, but you can clearly see he forgot his verse. Just bro started dancing, and I was like, "What?" Like, so stuff like, nah, bro, I'm not a fan. But I also understand like if you are a dancer and you have choreographed stuff, whatever, having your vocals in it might help you because Right. It could, but like you said, most people that they prepare for things like that. Right. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I have seen it done tastefully to a point like at least you're on point with your song and you know it enough. I can see if you're performing at like a big venue, stuff like that, it might be helpful. Yeah. But overall, like I'm not a fan of it.
Hold on a second. We talking about performing over your song. So I make sure that people know what it is. You know what? I'm gonna kind of talk about what it is. I'm gonna say this. In the last 4 or 5 years, I actually have done a show. Okay, let me rephrase that. I actually have given a performance.
All right.
Where my vocals were locked into. Locked in already. I'll say that.
I know what you. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Okay. But
yep.
When I did that, do you know how I prepared for the performance? It was, even though that was the case, I still had to master the mannerisms and timing to look like it was happening in real time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to know what I was doing in a way. And, I'll say this as well. There was no backbeat. So I had to really know the rhythm of my own voice. And to from my body to convey that, the message in real time. I had to know when to raise my hands, when not to, when to move my head in a negative way, when to move my head like this. I had to know all of these things, and so I realized that it was almost no easier because your body, when you know the words, when you're saying the words, your body will naturally respond. Like right now, your body will naturally respond to the words you're saying. But when you're not saying the words, you kind of have to follow them.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Yeah.
And so even if that's the case, right? There's still a level of intent and like showmanship that you can put into it to make it better.
I agree.
But when that doesn't even show up, that's when it's like, all right, my G, you don't care.
Exactly.
Now, that's exactly. There's a difference. I've seen, fucking BET show awards and blah, 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 where people are, they're performing over their actual track, right? But there's still a level of intent. There's still a level of like showmanship, timing, blah, blah, blah in place. And those are the ones where I'm just neutral on.
Exactly. I agree. I agree.
Okay, you did that. You still had a level of showmanship. There was still a performance.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It didn't look like you just didn't care.
Yeah.
Right. But some people just be like, play my song, and then it just be like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for you to be a delay to your own song, bro, like, and then for you to, like, legit just stop mid-verse and start dancing, like, what? Like, because you clearly forgot your verse. Yeah, that's crazy. But I know I feel like I know which one. It looked like it was live time.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, one day we need to do a podcast. We need to do one just on that.
Yeah, because that was
I feel like I broke a lot of rules doing that too. That was a mic drop moment, literally.
Nah, it was fire. It was fire.
And I gotta return.
Yeah.
I gotta do that again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I seen it, I was like, bro.
Yeah, I gotta hit these folks up. It's time for round 2.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I got more things to say.
Yeah, so when you approach it that way, it
Yeah.
still shows, like you said, the showmanship. I care about what I'm doing.
I care. I feel like that's what I need to see.
Yeah,
That's what I need to see.
bro.
I don't mind you know, you can play everything or you can do a whole bunch of lights and stuff. But as long as it looks like you care,
bro.
like there's some intention behind how you wanted to exhibit yourself as an artist, then I feel respected as a fan.
Exactly.
But when you look like you just, I don't give a, like again, I'm too cool to care. Get up the stage.
If you up there, if I'm watching your set and I don't get like any type of emotion to like a attachment to what you're doing, like it's certain artists in the city that perform, and I say Duchess every time she performs, like you can tell her words, every song, every verse, she meant everything. Like that's one thing you're gonna get from her regardless.
Absolutely.
Versus some of these other artists when he's like, did you even try, bro? Yeah, I don't really respect that.
I was thinking about this while I was driving to Atlanta this weekend, man, where I just realized, like, man, I had an epiphany about myself.
Right.
I realized, like, man, like, when it comes to this art, man, when it comes to this craft, like, I've been doing this so long, and it's not even about how long I've been doing it, as much as it is about how intensely I've been doing it, right? So, like, you know, I've never had a vacation from making music. I've never not been trying to get better. You know, I put myself in the fire, you know, so in so many ways to get better and to learn about my craft, to where it's like, I don't even care if you're good at it yet. Like, if you take it seriously, I'll fuck with you.
Yeah, that's bro.
If you take it seriously, me and you can sit in the lab together.
Yeah.
You could be absolutely in the beginning of your journey and don't even know nothing about nothing, right? But if I see intensity in your eyes, that this is something important to you, man, come through.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? That's
I
all
agree.
love. But you can literally be really talented and not take it seriously, and I don't want you around me at all.
Yeah,
I don't.
bro.
I'm disgusted by you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just I realize that about myself. Like, I realize, like, I get annoyed being around people who don't respect this thing, like we call music, like the way it should be respected. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is.
I agree.
I love it so much.
Same.
So much that I don't even care where you are and how good at it you are. I don't care. But, like, respect it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
be a newbie or be a vet.
Yeah.
But treat it with the importance that it has.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as long as you do that, man, we can go get something to eat, fam. You can chill here anytime. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I think this is gonna like leak over to a different conversation, but I agree with that completely. Especially when I think for me, I get really irritated with people that say that they're artists, that they're passionate, they love this thing, but their actions doesn't show that at all. That
I don't even, if I'm being real about that too, like I try to give some grace to those people because I don't think people naturally know what it is to be passionate about something. I think that that's a very rare thing. I think my life is proof of that. I don't think, like, I think people admire passion. They feel like that's something that they should be. That's something that they want to be. But it's like me, like, I tell, for everybody watching, fam, listen up. You know what I'm saying? Like, people come to me all the time for motivation, inspiration, to talk about, deciding to do something. Right? Deciding to take something seriously, deciding to take risks, all in the name of an idea. Right? and they come to me to help them figure out how they're going to do that or if they're going to do that. And at the end of all of those discussions, after they are super inspired and they feel like they know exactly what they want to do, you know what I say to them? I say, yeah, to be honest, I never had to have this discussion with nobody. Right? I never needed somebody to convince me to want to do this.
Yeah.
I needed people to stop me from doing
Try to
this.
slow me down. Yeah.
To do things like eat, sleep,
Yep.
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
And so I feel like most people think being passionate about something is wanting to do it and being conflicted. I don't think people know, like, real passion for something is when you can't not do it. Like there is no let me figure this out. Like,
Man.
it's for better or for worse.
That's it. Like, it's life or death.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, at least that's how
man.
I define it. That's how I
Same,
define it.
same.
And I find that when you see people who are choosing versus people who just like, there's a dramatically different path
yeah.
in those people. Dramatically different outcomes.
Yeah.
Dramatically different sustainability and discomfort and hard times, which is going to get you to all of those amazing levels.
Yep.
Right? And so I feel like most people, I just don't think that I think people look at passion, like they admire it in other people, but I don't think they know what it feels like to actually be it. I don't think so.
Yeah, that definitely could be the case because I know currently, like, I've worked with a lot of artists, in that I was on some like, bro, I love this, I want to do this, everything like that. But now I'm getting to the space of actually like, okay, y'all not really serious. You're not as passionate as you said you were. Because I definitely used to hold space for people that like. I definitely used to hold space for people that just said it,
There you go.
that just said it, and
You
I used to.
understand it, now you're beginning to overstand.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like the way you put that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I definitely used to be like, very accessible in that sense. Like if I seen the talent and I believed in it, and you just was like on some like, I take this serious. I'm passionate about it. Like, I used to give several opportunities, like, and try to hit you over my, like, hey, you said you want to do this, but now it's like, I think it was a conversation with you. Was like, yo, when you don't have to remind yourself that you wanted to do this, and I start holding people to that standard. Like, I don't have to talk to me every day to be like, yeah, I mean, I want to make a beat today. Like, nah, I have to. I have to learn this. I have to study this. I be
thinking, my version of that is like, I want to eat something.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing I need convincing on. It's not
facts. I mean, y'all have seen me several times, like, man, I need to eat. And 3 hours go by, we all up here, be like, damn, none of us have ate yet. So,
and hold on, real quick. I'm not, y'all, hey, eat your food. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
Get your meals in, live a healthy life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting y'all know what was my struggle in this.
it's just, like you said, when you truly do this and love this, like, even if you're not great at it or that good at it, it's like, someone, they have to like rip you away from it in order for you to just do normal life shit. Like that's
Absolutely.
It shows up. It shows up in every form of your life.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I don't think that if I'm being real, and this is now we get into scary territory. I feel like balance, or not even balance, like becoming a well-rounded human being kind of thwarts that from happening. Because you kind of have to go off the deep end a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of have to allow yourself. Well, level number 1 is you have to be allowed to do it. But level number 2 is even if you ain't allowed to do it, you got to allow yourself to say, fuck these niggas. I'm going to do it.
Anyway. Yeah, that's it.
Like,
That's it. Yeah.
that's it. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like in the quest to become well-rounded people, like that being the pinnacle of like an American person, some people lose out on that deep end. You know what I'm saying? Off the opportunity, because it's when we become adults, we all got to learn how to do adult stuff, blah 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 blah. But when you're a kid, you can go off the deep end, like you know what I'm saying? You can go off the deep end. Now I'll say for myself, like I think that's where for me it was a little bit easier because my dad was always at work.
Yeah.
So Like it wasn't nobody telling me I couldn't not do. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't allowed to, but I was allowed to.
Right, yeah.
Just,
Got it. Yeah.
you know,
As
going
they say,
to
you
my
gotta
own
fuck
road.
around and find out.
Where I'm from, as long as I wasn't out in the streets doing something
Bro,
wild,
that's
I'm being a great kid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts. Man, look.
You know.
Yeah. Nah, that's all facts. Yeah, it's definitely levels to this.
It's levels. That's the secondary name of this podcast.
Man, it's levels to it. Nah.
You know.
All right, man. Before we get too deep,
Yeah.
let's I think the other topic we at, man, which one should we?
So I mean, we got yo Fox, man. What you think, bro? Okay, so a couple things we can talk about. Pivotal moments in technology, right? That over the span of my music career, like when I decided to get the interface that I got and how that affected me. When I decided to get monitors and how that affected me. When I got time stretching and how that affected me.
Yeah.
Right? That's one jump. We can talk about AI. That's in the headline. AI is a hot topic right now. It's the fastest growing thing ever.
Yeah, it's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying? It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Interesting statements. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about loops. We can talk about loops and hip hop.
Okay. I think low key they all. All right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So those are the potential joints. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
I think they all fall within each other. I think we start off with the loops, man. Just the idea of songs not having drums, no percussion. Like it's just a loop. You found a dope sample and you just ran with it. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
Nah, man, your thoughts first, bro.
My thoughts. I feel I'm waiting on the moment. So, well, I'm not even saying I'm waiting on the moment. I'm wondering, like, because it's becoming a more popular thing. Like, will it cross the threshold to be like mainstream? Like, will there ever become a point where you turn the radio on and you hear one of the top artists on the radio with a song that's just a sample, no drums? Because I feel like radio is meant, you know, especially drums and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, will that ever happen? If because I mean, we know the music industry, they definitely move on some trendy shit. If enough artists do that, if the right artists do that, will that become a staple? Do you think?
I think it's more of the right artists than enough artists. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, what's been trendy for the last 4 years is lo-fi music. You'll never hear it on the radio.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just fucking crazy.
You know,
That's a wild statement.
But I think loops and looping samples, it has found like a resurgence in hip hop. But I don't think the areas you find those will ever be mainstream. I think you got certain people that might try to pull that off. Like you might have like a Kendrick or a Cole or something like that try to pull that off. The same way, Jay did Dear Summer. Like Dear Summer was a loop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jay pulled it off. You know what I'm saying? But that was
But it didn't
that was a different era.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's to go back when you said why you want to hear lo-fi. It's wild to me because you know technically Tribe is considered lo-fi.
That's wild. I don't want to hear it. Okay. That's a wild thought.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm straight.
yeah, but
That's a wild thought.
yeah, I'm not against it. I mean, especially as a producer, I've definitely come across samples. Now, I will say, at times that have stopped me from using samples. Like samples be too like crazy. I'm like, bro, this sample is crazy. But I'm like, I think this is just on some like how I felt growing up. Like as a producer, you have to do X, Y, and Z type thing. More so now, I'd be like, I'll run with it if it gets the job done. But definitely growing up, I felt like, and we had a episode not that long ago about this, just the drag and drop type thing.
Yeah, I feel like, man. Okay, so let me get into the controversial. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second, brother.
Yeah. Loop gang.
Yeah, let me get into the controversial. First of all, let's get to it, my G. Looping samples is not new. This is not a new. This is not a new thing. Like, let's be clear. Like, Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bill, y'all, was an absolute loop.
Yeah.
Right. And so, you know, it literally from the earlier eras of hip hop, the earliest era of hip hop, literally the first hip hop songs were DJs looping samples.
Yeah.
So I want to be clear when I say this. I'm not saying who invented nothing. This has been done now. But, you know, we always be talking about who did something first. The real question is who popularized it.
Right.
Like, who were the people who accelerated the growth of something? Like, we could talk, like, I mean, look, man, Drake did not invent nothing. But when Drake does something that's being done in the niche, he accelerates the globalization of it, right? Okay. So that's a fact. All right. With that being said, look, man, you know, this current era of loops, right? There's no way I can talk about this without shouting out my man Midas the Beast, who to me is thank you so much. To me, is the modern era influencer for this. So years and years ago, you know, I was sending Midas beats all the time, and I was recording with him all the time. But Midas, I moved to New York. He was still in Florida, and so because I couldn't record him, I had to teach him how to record himself.
Right.
And then, you know, he didn't want to wait on me for beats all the time. So, so he didn't want to wait on me for beats all the time. So he would just find samples. Because he would find samples for me. And, you know, and so, you know what I'm saying? And so he would find samples and send them to me. And some samples he would just pull up SoundForge and literally just loop it, you know? And then he started recording his own songs, right? This was like 05, 06.
So yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so he started doing it, and people started responding to it. And so he made a project called Loops. It's still out there. Y'all can go and Google it. Midas the Beast, Loops. Now, Midas the Beast is one of those rappers follow, right? You might not have ever heard of Midas the Beast, right? But if you're a rapper who appreciates bars, there's a good chance you've heard of Midas the Beast.
Yeah, broke up.
Absolutely. All like the people I know who just enjoy rap, a lot of them don't know Midas. All of my rapper homies know Midas the Beast, right? And so it's hard for me to imagine how maybe a few years later, right? And now I'm gonna pass the torch. Now you got people like the legend, you know, I'm not trying to take nothing away from him, right? I'm an absolute fan of Rock Marciano, you know what I'm saying? A GOAT in his own right for what he do, you know what I'm saying? But a few years later, Rock Marciano drops Marsburg. There's a whole bunch of beats on there that are straight loops, right? And then Rock Marciano, with his visibility, signed to Fat Beats. It's an amazing album, right? Okay. With that visibility, Marciano goes on to spawn a whole new generation of loop makers, right? Hey, and I'm gonna say this too, with respect. I love these dudes, and they know it. They know. Griselda knows how much Marciano played into the influence and inspiration of Griselda. Absolutely, the modern day boom bap. Right? A great uncle to that is Rock Marciano, right? And I think the guy in his basement who did it, and then other people caught on, but nobody knew it was him, that's Midas the Beast. I truly believe, I'm not just saying that because that's my man. He was there first. The way was here first. And we didn't get the props. Right? And Atlanta popularized that. Right? Midas the Beast for loops is that. And it came out of necessity. It wasn't some like, oh, I'm an innovator. I know how to do it. No, it was like, damn, Nemo's not making, I'm going to loop this shit up on my own.
I respect that though. Like, because I feel like it's a great thing for artists who may not have found a producer to work with, might not have the funds for a producer, or like you said, might just be in different time zones. Y'all live in different locations, so you can't lock in like you want to.
Right.
And then, like I said, it's the necessity to create. Like, just because I don't have my producer don't mean I'm not gonna rap.
Exactly.
That's why I love that. I love that.
You know how I be trying to get people to work on it. Like, if you need me to have a career, you're not gonna have a career.
You're not
bro.
gonna.
Like,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
man.
Like,
Look,
that's it.
nah.
Hey yo, hold on a second. Hey yo, Midas, what up?
What's up, kid?
Hey yo, you on the Type Beat podcast right now. We talking about how trash you are and how you came up with loops.
You said what now?
Nah, I just let people know that you the godfather of the loop movement. I also said you was trash just to balance things out.
All right, you know what? I respect number 2 more than I respect number 1. But
That's a real G. See, this is what you about to do. Let's go.
with that being said,
Yeah.
it's all facts. It's complete facts, B. It's ultimate facts. Yo, you and I, when I first showed up at your door with a box full of raps,
Yes.
in 2001, 2000,
Something like that.
I was talking about rapping over loops when I walked into your house.
That's indeed. Hey man, I'm trying to show love and respect. I feel like I'm gonna get a whole bunch of, the Rock Marciano, the Griselda dudes gonna come for me. Hey dog, so when that happen, I'm gonna need you to drop verses this and these, you know what I'm saying? Just to balance it out. It's all love for them though. It's absolutely all love, but I'm going out on a limb right now for you, dog. You know what I'm saying? So when that happen, I'm gonna need you to go to war.
But it's the thing, it's not going out on a limb if it's true. It's facts.
Yeah.
It's facts.
See, shout out Midas. Everybody give an applause for Midas.
Let's go.
You feel me?
It's facts. It's facts, bro. Like, it's 1,000% facts. No lies are being told right now. Now, am I saying that nobody rapped on loops? No, of course not. People
Nah.
rapped on loops.
Yeah.
That was obviously a thing.
Yeah.
You can find some Planet Asia rapping on a loop. You can find, Heaven and Hell is a loop.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Cream.
So if you go, whatever, there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
With that being said, that was not a thing that dudes was doing whole projects and doing whole
Facts.
whole concepts and everything like that.
Hey, get the classic play around right quick. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, so dudes need to show love, man, and respect.
Yeah. All right, brother.
Niggas don't want to rap with me anyway. I don't care what.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Niggas don't want to rap me.
Midas the beast, nigga.
Let's go.
Hey, I just showed you a lot of love, so I gotta follow it up with that you trash, you know what I'm saying? And
Look, I'm gonna follow that up with, new album coming soon.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? New album coming soon, man. You know what I mean? Produced by a lot of your favorites. You feel me? I'm gonna be outside, so come holler at me. But definitely, big love and support. Who's all on the Type Beat joint right now?
so right now it's me and my man LJ and Sheena in the spot.
Big love, big salute. Hey, look, I know I make mad beats as some sort of like, savant in Memphis, but hey man, he ain't shit neither. Don't let him gas you up. This nigga wasn't shit. You feel me? So don't get it fucked up.
Hey yo, man, this is why I love you, bro. Cause you be all facts until you start lying, and then I just gotta respect it, bro. To this duality, you feel me? Like you a well-rounded person. You told a whole bunch of truth, and now you're not shaming the devil the way you lying, bro. Yo, you a well-rounded person, my nigga.
It be all facts until you start lying. Yo, what kind of sentence is this?
Be all facts. I niggas start lying.
Be all facts until you start lying. Nah, man, big salute though. But yeah, that's all facts. Everything is all facts. It happened exactly that way. No questions. And the catalog speaks for itself.
Yeah.
We got 2 loop joints on Beast Wars in 2006.
That's facts. That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? I did El Midas Affair, which is basically rapping over loops.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And back in 2005. So, it's there. It's there.
Yep.
And then Loops comes out before Russian Roulette.
Before being featured on The Alchemist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's how that ran. But yeah, big love on that.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, man. I'm gonna get off the phone with you, bro. We about to finish off this Type Beat podcast, and I'm gonna rap with you later.
Hey, big love to the Type Beat podcast.
Salute, salute.
Indeed. I also no love. All right.
Also, no love. Peace.
Y'all heard it from the man himself, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure y'all wasn't just hearing it from me. That it's this is really how it happened.
You been out
You know
here.
what I'm saying?
Been out here.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm interested to see like who all jumps on that bandwagon and just be like, yeah, especially now since Cole dropped the verse. Yeah. You know, see like how many niggas gonna be like,
Right.
yeah.
I was just saying how like, man, it's about to be a whole bunch of hey yo, it's about to be a whole bunch of that. Watch. Every time Cole do something like that, you get somebody want to do. Every time TDE drop an album, people want their album mixed right. You know what I'm saying? Like every time, I be waiting on these people to like set an example just so that they go and find me. Like,
Man,
it's facts.
I know, but I just hate that niggas be having to wait until you're like, bro, come on, man. But it is what it is.
Yes, sir.
Luke,
Yes, sir.
Luke
We
gang.
We at 105, man. Let me check in with the chat, man. Let me see what's the chat. Oh, damn, my man went in. Yeah. So y'all want to hear about the AI? Okay.
Yeah. See, all right.
See, even dudes in the chat know Midas. You know what I'm saying?
See, yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk AI, man. Let's talk AI, man. You up on the AI?
Man, little bit. Well, I'm more into it now. I wasn't. I can see why niggas would be scared of it, but I also can see why like a lot of companies can rise using it. How it can be super helpful. But the whole AI, I didn't know how in depth like it is, especially even with the music stuff. It was I realizing that even with AI creating music, they still need people to program the music so the AI can learn from. So just to say, people that are afraid of AI, like I don't feel there's a reason to be afraid of it because AI itself still needs us to create.
Right.
But I do love the idea. I feel like this goes head to head even with the loops. If you're an artist and you're just trying to get started, you're just trying to get, you don't have a producer, you don't know where to get beats or whatever.
Yeah.
I think AI, outside of like Splice and stuff like that, AI would be a great starting point. Just on to get something going, just to practice your skill set, stuff like that. Is it something at this moment where I'm like, niggas producing whole projects with AI? I don't think it's there yet. I definitely feel it potentially it will be there.
The thing about AI that's like particularly I don't want to say concerning, but like interesting is like I don't think you can apply the advancement of any technology that's already happened to this. Meaning like, we saw the first microwaves and then 20 years later new microwaves and there's an advancement. Right. We saw TVs be 70 pounds.
Yeah,
now we have
now.
flat screens, right? Yeah. And we saw that advancement over time, and now there's smart TV, blah, blah. I think the advancement of AI is gonna be like a year from now. It's gonna make what happened today look like it was 30 years ago.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's literally a mind learning the whole world and its mind at record speed.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
So I don't think. I think I think a lot of us are thinking, AI's got a long way to go, blah, blah. I think we're looking at that as if we're not acknowledging that these are like beings that can think for themselves at this point. And learn on their own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like we have no idea what's about to happen.
Yeah, 'cause now I will say I think that's the scary part about it when AI gets to learning on its own because ultimately, like even though it's a computer or whatever, so to speak, but it has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
And how do you know what what this mind is learning, what this mind is thinking? Like, yeah, they say you have to, it's up to us. We have to, AI responds on basically our input. But I definitely feel like if it's able to learn on its own and stuff like that, soon it won't need our input.
Well, that's the thing. As soon as it'll be smart enough to realize it doesn't need our input. Like, soon it'll be like, why am I learning from things smaller than me? Like,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's the thing is that, one day you were reading a children's book and you were like, man, I'm learning a lot. And then one day you looked at it like, there's nothing to learn from this.
Nah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, that's scary. That's scary.
you know, and I feel like that day's coming. But I will say this though, like, I don't think I'm as afraid of or averse to AI as I think people would probably suspect I am or should be.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about this before the podcast started. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that there's a lot of similarity. I mean, I feel like AI is kind of its own beast, but I think if you're looking at it just on the surface of what's actually happening in this moment, I mean, how is this different from 20 years ago? Like, how is it different from when beat machines were first made and everybody was used to playing instruments? Like,
yeah.
How is this any different from when MIDI was first made and everybody was used to, you had to just play it right. Now I can move notes and now I can copy the whole MIDI progressions and I can download them. I can go and download somebody else's MIDI pack and put it in my beat. Like, I mean, it's just easier access to more specific parts of that. But I think we've been sampling for a long time. We've been using ideas that were already ideas for a long time.
True.
Like,
true.
Where they're coming from and how quickly they're generated might change, right? But like, no idea is original has been the truth for a long time. But you are. I put this in an infamous, IG post of mine. It got a lot of love. Shout out to the people who show love. You know what I'm saying? Like, if, like these chord progressions and these approaches, they may not be original, right? But what I do to them might be.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm applying me. Right. And I feel like that's the thing. At the end of the day, the only thing that has never been replicated perfectly is another human being.
Yeah.
So as long as you remember that and apply that, you'll be just fine. Also, I'm gonna give y'all some free game for those listening now, and those who will listen later. I'm gonna tell y'all like some I Make Mad Beats advantage stuff that I'm gonna keep it all the way live, man. Can I keep it all the way real?
Let's go. That's all we do.
All right. You know what I like? I really dislike about where we are currently as like artists and stuff like that. It's like it's people denying responsibility and accountability for the fact that you have to create a brand. Right? Okay. So like, not every one of my beats is like genius or this otherworldly thing that nobody else could have came up with. Right? No. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I find a record and I loop it, right? Sometimes I want to make something that's relatively simple and straight down the middle. You know what I'm saying? But you know why I feel okay doing that? Why I feel confident doing that? And why I feel like even when I make something that's right down the middle and plain, people are still going to come to me? Because I built a fucking brand, right? I'm always annoyed by producers who don't understand that, who don't understand that, like, come on, my G.
Yeah.
This is not 1943. Like, meaning, like, in 1943, a cup maker, all he had to say was he was a cup maker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now, it's like, who made your cup and what do they stand for? If you're not realizing that, go back to Wisconsin. Shout out to my nigga in Wisconsin. But go back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't recognize that's a part of the game, right? That you gotta build your brand, bruh. Every 6 seconds, a new 6 trillion producers is made. You really trying to compete with them using the same drums? You really think that you using the same exact drums, the same exact patterns, is that somebody's supposed to pick you? First of all, That is a level of entitlement out of this
Super.
world.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
beyond outer space. That is something else that me and you can't even fathom,
Yeah.
right? Like, what level of entitlement makes you think that you doing exactly what everybody else is doing and you should still be the one chosen? No, bro.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. What people are going to choose when there's a sea of things to choose is what do you stand for? How well have you established your brand?
Yep.
When they stand next to you, what is that saying about them?
Yeah.
They want to make a statement,
Yeah.
right? Right. And have you established that? Have you invested and established that? Have you valued that enough to make that a priority? And if not, shut the fuck up and get way the fuck behind me because they will choose me first every fucking time.
Even if you're doing the same shit. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The
So
brand.
you get your fucking AI, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, branding is gonna work because there's a sea of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
There's a million trillion of you niggas. What are you gonna do? Establish a shut up, nigga. Establish a brand and stop bitching. Stop crying. You know what I'm saying? And so when we talk about this AI shit,
Yeah.
right? It's the same shit. Oh, I can type up this and get this chord progression. That's what's up. Me and 8 other niggas gonna do that. Who do you think they're gonna find? Who do you think they're gonna choose?
I love this. yeah. Nah, that's real. That's real.
Who? I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro. iPods and MP3 players existed at the same time. Which one was more sought after?
You're right.
The MP3 players could do more than the iPods.
I mean,
Android phones can do more than iPhones.
Yep. Yeah.
Which one is more sought after? Which one's more expensive?
Yep. Yeah. I mean,
If you don't know
All
that
facts.
in 2023,
all facts.
go swimming somewhere. Like, just leave.
Just jump in the
Leave
lake.
this. Go be an accountant. Go do something else. Like,
Nah, that's real.
and so I feel like if you're trying to be competitive in this game, right? And you feel like, oh, it's unfair, blah, 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 right? That's like trying to get to the NBA and only learn to dribble with your right hand. Like, if you're not valuing that you need to dribble with both hands,
Yeah. It's
fuck outta
levels.
here.
It's levels. It's
Get
levels.
the fuck out of here.
That's
You know what I'm
levels.
saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, with this AI shit, I look at it the same way. Like, if we're still acting like the function of making music is what's gonna get us opportunity, where the fuck have you been?
Where the fuck have you been? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's people on the radio. It's people doing this not as talented as any of y'all,
Yep.
right? But what they have? They had a brand. They had a clearly defined why. They had a clearly defined image. They had something about them that made people see themselves in that person, right? And they developed that. They worked on that. The way you worked on nothing. The way when you was at home sleep and crying, talking about shit is unfair. They was working on their brand. You was bitching. They were valuing the shit you didn't value, and then they won. And now your bitch ass is crying. Shut up, nigga. I hate you niggas, bro. Stop complaining all the
Wait a
fucking
minute.
time. Do what the fuck you gotta do.
I hate niggas. All five.
Man, these dudes, they be crying so much, bro.
Nah, that's real.
Damn.
That is, bro. That's yeah. That's a fact.
Collect myself.
No, that's real though. Because I mean, like you said, AI is just another tool. Just like you said, converting audio to MIDI is just another tool. But with every other tool, like only a certain amount of people going to use it and actually do something with it.
Bro, there is more information available than ever before,
Oh
and
my
yet
God.
people are dumber than ever before.
That's real.
You know what, man? A few years ago, I like this rent that y'all getting from me right now. This is about to like never happen again, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because like I realized, right? All this shit used to annoy the shit out. It still does. I still hate these niggas. But like all this shit used to annoy me much more than it does now.
Yeah.
You know what I had to realize? You know what my advantage is over niggas? Let these niggas be dumb. Let them.
Yeah.
Let them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. Real people gonna show, like you. Real people gonna show up. I'm gonna see this is a real dude. Hey, let me tell you all of it. Here's the whole pack. This is exactly what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? But these stupid, like, super egotistical, entitled little motherfuckers, let them niggas be that.
Yeah.
Let them be immature. Let them feel like shit is unfair. They just gonna cry, and niggas gonna look at you like you crying, and then they're gonna say that you're not serious, you're not a professional, and they're gonna be like, damn, I'm looking for a professional. And they're gonna look up in the sky and see a fucking mask. They're gonna be like, fuck, I need to get that guy.
That's funny because I definitely had someone do that on some crying, and we talked about it a little bit, but yeah, when niggas call you out, like, bro, you not serious, like, no, but that's real.
Somebody said, "Oh yeah, what up? What up?" Somebody said, "I've never seen I Make Mad Beats move that much."
That just means you haven't been around enough. That's all.
Come to the lab. I told you, come to the lab.
That's it. That's it. You just haven't been around enough. No, the passion, all this is every day here. And I mean, like you say, speaking facts. There's no lie being told. No. Yeah, so AI is not really gonna change much. Just gonna give, just give.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
just gonna give niggas, more things to talk about, I guess.
I've just got to a point now where I am okay with letting people dwell in their mediocrity, man. And I hate to even. Me and Pro were talking about that on the way. When we were driving back, we had a whole conversation about like people who get insecure and jealous and they start to unnecessarily compete, blah, 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 and how you got to let go and just understand that that's par for the course, right?
Yeah.
And then Pro said, he was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, Nee, man. Like, whenever that happens, he was like, yeah, it'd be annoying to be frustrated or whatever. But he's like, it'd also be like really sad because like, man, we could have been doing this together. Like, it'd be really sad because I'd be like, bro, why it gotta be like this? We could have just been cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And I said, yo, bro, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. I used to feel like that too.
Yeah.
I used to feel like that too. You know what I'm saying? I used to be more sad than anything else. Like, bro, like, but that sadness is like, hey, man, hey, if you're an adult and you had relationships in your life, hey, dog, you gonna know exactly what I'm about to say right now. That sadness is what make you reopen that fucking door again.
Yeah.
Right? That sadness is what keep you being like, oh, I wish that we could have got along. And then finding ways to give unnecessary grace and understanding those people not ready for it.
I've definitely.
Right? That's how you end up, hey, what up, big head? That's how you end up sending that text, you know what I'm saying?
Not big head.
You know what I'm saying? That's facts.
Nah,
man,
that's
fuck
real.
That.
That's
you know
real.
What I'm saying? Like, straight up. Like,
I'm definitely.
I had to let go of it. I had to let go, fam. I had to be like, nah, they on their own journey. I don't feel sorry for these. And I'm gonna tell you why, fam. Now we gonna take it to the Bible.
Oh, let's go.
We gonna take it to the Bible, fam. Hey, yo. I'm live today, man. Shout out, man. I feel better. I was tired as hell. I slept like 2.5 hours. I'm good now. Hey, we gonna take it to the Bible, man. Jesus Christ. You know what he said? Jesus said, narrow is the path to heaven. Wide is the path to hell. Right? Right? It's a lot easier to go to hell than it is to go to heaven.
Yeah.
Right? I thought about that. And then I thought about how, like, in my intern class, and for the next 6 months after I was an intern, I was probably amongst a few hundred interns. Only 2 of us made it to assistant. Right? I'm saying all this to say, like, it is par for the course that everybody ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't be sitting there being sad my whole life, you know what I'm saying, just because I have what it takes to make it. Right?
Yep.
Like, survivor's guilt will eat you alive. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, the same way I'm not gonna be a victim to a nigga walking down the street, I'm not gonna be a victim to survivor's guilt. It had me at one point, I'll admit.
Yeah,
I was out here figuring like, oh, I made it. How can I, if only I could convince them. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I got bigger mountains to take down. I can't have my bandwidth split. You know what I'm saying? I got big things to do. And I got people who deserve my bandwidth around me. They the ones who need my focus and my time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I look at it the same way as having a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can want a lot of great things for a lot of people. But at the end of the day, it's me and my family. And if that means I got to make a hard choice, guess who I'm choosing?
Nah,
my
that's
family.
You
know what I'm saying? It won't be no, let me think about this. I'm going to look at my son, and that's it.
That's it.
I'm not even sorry. I made the right decision. Hopefully I'll see you on the other side. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yep. Yeah. It took me a minute to get to that point, but I feel like I'm definitely there now. But it took a minute. I was in that space of like, man, trying to pull all my niggas with me. Like, oh, let's do this. We can do this. I see the potential. I know we can be. I was definitely, yeah. It took a while, but like you said, bro, that's why the slogan is "fuck them folks," because I mean, it's real, bro. We gonna keep doing what we doing. Why they doing what they doing? Like you can't get them no time, man.
Hold on, let me say this too. Just to show where my heart is at still, right? And there's people who have seen this and have been real results to this, right? Like, I'll do that. I'll be like, nah. And then a year later, be like, did this man grow up yet? Is he less entitled yet? Oh, look, he's showing some maturity.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Come through. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't just abandon people.
Yeah.
I care too much. My heart is too big. You know what I'm saying? But I will step aside.
Mm-hmm.
Let you grow up a little bit.
Exactly. You got to figure it out.
Right. And then check back in with you and be like,
Yep.
okay, this signs of growth. Now let's check the trajectory.
Yeah.
Did he grow just a little bit?
Boy,
Or did he make a sizable step in the right direction?
Yeah.
And if there's a sizable step in the right direction,
We can do something. Yeah.
my G, let's go get lunch.
Yeah.
Let's rekindle. Let me show you some new stuff I'm working on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I am done feeling guilty like I need to be everybody's teacher, everybody's savior. Like I'm supposed to be the deliverer of all messages to help. Nah, I am still on my own journey.
Yep.
I need to be looking forward and doing the things.
Yeah, I'm definitely guilty of that. Of like I said, wanting to be that piece. Like maybe I mean, we've talked about it. A lot of decisions I've made was definitely on some like, okay, maybe I'm the missing piece to do this and do that, and realize like, nah, these niggas just don't want it that bad. These niggas they say they love this, they want to do this, but nah, they don't. The actions speak, and within that, I definitely found myself like lowering my standards to a certain degree.
Yep.
And so now I have no love for a lot of you niggas. Just being real. Like,
I wanted to add something. Yeah, no. I wanted to add something to what y'all are saying, because I feel like I feel like I had a similar problem of like thinking someone is very, very special, or like they have the potential to like do something really, really special, and I think that they're like cooler than they seem to think that they are. And sometimes people do be like wrong, like they'll think that they're like this, but they're really all of these things.
Yeah.
But that's way, I think, more rare than you thinking that you see like something special in somebody, but you're actually just seeing the reflection of like whatever light you're emitting bouncing off of them.
That's
And you think
Hold on,
that's
say
them.
that again, man.
that's,
Say that again.
that's a good.
Yeah, no, it's really easy to think that like someone is like more brilliant than they are, because you're mistaking like the light that you are emitting that's bouncing off of them as their light, and it's not. It's yours.
That's real. That's that's a good one.
That's hey, I'm clapping it up.
Yeah,
man.
that's
You know what I'm saying?
that's a real one.
Now that's you know what I mean. Nah, you know what I'm saying?
She say when she speaks, she gonna come with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's
What's
real.
up? I feel like she just ended the podcast.
Man, right? Like that. What else is there to talk about? You know?
That's it.
Damn.
I love that. That is it, man. Whew, let me come down, bro. I was out here for a second, bro. Let me relax, bro. Let me take some CBD.
Look, take some CBD. I mean, that's what it does, you know? It's gonna relax you. Damn. Man, that made me. What was the next? What was the other topics? Like, I was like,
It's actually time.
are we good?
Bro. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it continued, man. For those who tuned in live on this one, y'all got a show, man.
Man.
I'm going to tell you how I know y'all got a show. Because right now, I'm totally like, damn, bro, what was I just saying? I don't even know. I feel like I went off the deep end on some things. That's how y'all got the truth out of me. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all enjoyed, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all learned something.
Yeah.
And got something from it. This has been Tight Beat, an unapologetic, sponsored podcast at Outer Space, an unapologetic studio. I am with my man,
LJ1S.
indeed, and on the types, and with the mic drop.
Man, with the mic drop. Yeah.
Sheena.
Indeed. And somebody said that rant was necessary. Thank you.
Let's go.
Big shout out to my man Phantom as well. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. cut that joint into a TikTok video, bro.
Hey, that's the hot take, bro.
Hey,
That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Word.
Let's go.
I'm about to go platinum on TikTok.
Facts, people gonna see them like, damn, man, going. Yeah, they gonna want to know what's up.
All right, bet. I'm gonna do it.
Let's go.
Y'all be safe. Stay dangerous.
Salute.
Peace.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit. Here we go again.